Kia ora everybody, welcome into this press conference for the 2027 FIBA World Cup Asia Qualifiers between New Zealand and Guam here at Event Finder Stadium on the North Shore of Auckland. In tonight's match, New Zealand beat Guam 129-75, and to kick things off tonight we welcome in Guam head coach Michaeli Wesley and Jonathan Galloway, and of course a big welcome to all attending media. Please, before we get started, ensure your cell phones are turned off onto silent mode. Tonight's press conference will be conducted in English. Starting with you, Coach, your thoughts on tonight's game and another window down with Guam?
Yeah, I think we competed early, but started getting overmatched with their scheme. You know, and me as the head coach didn't make the necessary adjustments for our guys, put our guys in the best position. I think offensively, we had a much better showing than our last game, but it was our defense that kind of was our Achilles heel. And then the rebounding, they really crashed the glass hard, and we had no answer to match their physicality. We were lacking a little bit of size. All that being said, you know, they're a great team. They played great. Played hard, and they definitely flexed their muscles at home on us, and so credit to them for coming out and getting the job done. And you know, we got a lot to work on, and we'll take this as a learning lesson going forward.
And Jonathan, brother, your thoughts on tonight's game?
Yeah, quality opponent. I mean, these are the top teams, you know, in the world, and so like Coach said, they definitely showed that tonight. I thought we had our moments, but we just have to work on being consistent. I think that's the next step for us, is not just having these moments, but playing like that for a half and then for, you know, a full 40 minutes. So, you know, we know what we have to do, and it's just, you know, taking it step by step. This is our first time at this level. And so I think all of this was good for us, you know, to be humbled and to know that we got a lot of work to do.
Someone I'd like to open the floor now to attending media.
Gentlemen, good to see you both. second time you've played the Tall Blacks in March, obviously, or earlier this year at home. What about this team do you like for Kiwi basketball fans going forward for the next stage of the qualifiers? That you've playing against them, like how have you enjoyed playing against them? What do you think they do well?
Well, it seems like their chemistry's gotten a little bit better. Their skill level has obviously improved. I was pretty impressed with just the relentlessness that they showed out here. They showed a lot of grit in that tough win against the Philippines, and we were hoping to bring that same kind of spirit and fight. But unfortunately for us tonight, they got the better. But a lot to be excited about if you're a Kiwi fan with some of the development of the guys. And some of the leadership of the vets with Shea Ely and Britt came off and hit a couple big threes in the first half that really set the momentum going for them. And then when you have a guy like Menenga who comes out and just was on fire, didn't really miss in the first half, and just a very physical, skilled player. I think there's a lot to be excited about for Kiwi basketball.
Same for you, Jonathan?
They got a really deep roster. There's no drop-off with them, and they played a full 40 minutes, and it's tough to play against somebody like that. And so, I would just say their roster, their experience, they've been at this level for however many years now, and they definitely look like that. And, just at every position, there's no drop-off, and I think that's a really big strength of theirs.
How hard is it to travel from playing from Friday against the Australians to then coming here only about 2 or 3 days later?
It was tough. It was very, logistically, it was brutal for our guys. We took the red eye from Perth, a direct flight to Auckland, and the flight got delayed till 1 a.m. So with the quick turnaround and the stress that it takes on your bodies, it's a credit to the players for coming out and rehabbing and just battling. This guy right here is the epitome of Guam basketball. He never relents, and he's always he does everything we ask him to do. And despite the brutal travel and the hours and sitting in a plane and the miles, and so the travel was definitely hard, but that was part of it, and we're not making any excuses. But definitely was a bit challenging.
Hey, Coach, can you just speak to us about this whole experience as a whole, the FIBA Asia Qualifiers, and what are the next steps for Guam? What do you guys go and do to build to come back stronger when we next see Guam?
Yeah, for us it's very tough logistically because we've got about 4 or 5 of our guys, maybe 6 that are on island, and then the rest are scattered across the globe. And so to consistently have a practice where you're building that continuity and that chemistry is a big challenge for us. In years past, we've run a training camp in a central location. We've done it in Los Angeles, California. We've done it in Las Vegas. But probably for us, the next step is solidifying our roster, figuring out, which guys are available. That's the other thing, is piecing together who's available, who's not, who's injured, who's not, and then just developing players. I was actually a player on the 2020 team that played against the Tall Blacks in Guam. We hosted them. And so, seeing that team to this team, they've definitely gotten a lot better.
That's everything we have. That concludes the first part of our press conference. Gentlemen, thank you for your time and safe travels home. We'll be back with Team New Zealand shortly.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody, to the second half of our FIBA press conference tonight. We're now joined with New Zealand head coach Judd Flavel and forward Sam Meninga. Just a reminder, please make sure your phones are on silent. But Judd, we'll start with you. Your immediate thoughts on tonight's game, bro?
Glad to get the win, and just said to the team, these are the kind of games where you prepare for it the best you can, and certainly after the game against the Philippines the other night, you always kind of wonder and hope that your team come out and play with the right mindset, the right attitude, and I thought we did that for the most part. Took us a little bit to find our groove, but once we did, I thought we were able to establish, our force, and once we got on top of them, it was, I guess we started to sort of dictate the terms of the game from that point on. But, happy with the guys. I think for us, this is really about us. And although we're playing Guam today, it's more about us polishing up what we're doing and spending more time and having these continuity moments together.
Nice. And Sam, your immediate thoughts on tonight's game, brother?
It's always good after a game like we had on Friday night, double overtime win, to continue building as a team and going against an opponent who you can't underestimate is always important to make sure we're honing in on our things and being clean, and I think we did a good job of that. And then I think just ending this window on a positive note, everyone's happy with the win in front of our home crowd, and it's the right way to go out.
Nice. I'd like to open the floor to media. Will?
Hey, Sam, can you just talk to us about that dominant performance tonight? There was a stretch of plays where you just had like 4 or 5 dunks in a row. Obviously finished the game with 27 points. How did you feel out there?
Yeah, I felt pretty good. Felt good. I think it's a simple game when you run the floor and make reads. I think my teammates being aggressive allows me to play my best game because they're drawing defensive in, and I'm able to get on the rim and dunk the ball so I don't leave it up to chance,
Coach, obviously a dominant win over Guam. Is there still plenty of stuff that you can take away from a game like this?
Yeah, absolutely. In this day and age with these windows, there's not too much time. You come together real quick. And so there's every reason to be treating an opponent like Guam with the full respect. And also, these windows are, I guess, about the games that are in front of us, but also about what lies ahead. And the August window is just around the corner, so it's not far away. So it's about taking one step at a time. Tonight we saw lots of zone, so we hadn't faced that the other night, so good for us to bring that into our system. We tried a couple of things defensively, tried switching, so these are all important repetitions for us, and we'll take plenty away from it. The next challenge for us is obviously, depending on who our next opponent is, the system, how much we can continue to build in the next window.
Judd, when a game becomes a blowout like this, what do your messages and timeouts, half-times, sound like for your team, just so it doesn't become sloppy? Yeah,
I mean, that's a good question. That's kind of like what the timeouts were, really. It's just keeping us focused on the fundamentals, and the halftime talk wasn't long. It was just like, don't get bored from being fundamental, and because, this is, we can't be the team that sort of, I guess, falls into those habits, which easily could have happened tonight, but we didn't. We seemed to, like I said, the first quarter, I think we had, how many turnovers did we have? We had a lot, 7 turnovers in that first quarter. So it took us a little bit to find our groove, but I think we got better and better as the game wore on. So these games still plenty to work on. Not so much drawing up plays, but just more about the fundamentals of the basketball game.
And you talked about it earlier, you got the next window back end of August. What does the next month and a half until then kind of look like for yourself and for you as well, Sam?
Well, for me, I guess, debrief this window. We'll, I guess, review this as we always do. And I said to the guys in the locker room, there's going to be comms coming out very quickly because, we need time to prep and plan. We know we're going to be in the Philippines for the next window. And we don't know who our opponents are going to be yet, but more than likely Iran and Jordan. So 2 very tough opponents. And, so in between now and then, it's going to be get back to, review, prepare, roster build, and then, whoever our opponent is, get ready for them. And obviously in the meantime, I'm going to be in Japan. So we will be, we will, like everybody, we players and coaches going back to teams and to their professional world.
Sam, is there a familiarity playing in a gym like this in front of some familiar faces that you enjoy?
Yeah, I don't know why I seem to score a lot on these hoops. It's a familiar place. It's always good to play in the shorts where I grew up. So, it's a lot of familiar faces in the crowd. It's a gym I'm very used to, so it's a very comfortable place for me to go out and do my job.
Cool. That ends our press conference. Thank you, media. Thank you, gents. That's us.